Whoa, we're in here. What's good, everybody? It's been a while, okay? The last time I was just on it, but the last time I think I had maybe 204 platinums. Um, there's going to be some new games that you're going to see here, but I got 207 now. Let's proceed. So, first, you'll notice that my percentage has gone below 70 because I've added some new stuff. But Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare, there's a PS3 copy and a PS4 copy. There's two different lists, and the PS3 version is shutting down. So I'm going through and getting this one done. It shuts down on April 26th. Pretty sure it's the 26th. It's an easy platinum. There's really nothing to it. I'm not even going to get into it, but yeah. So that's new. I completed Lead and Gold. Crazy. 15 years. Insane. I added Sonic Colors, and that's really all of the reason that my percentage went down. I got on one day. Oh, excuse me. This can't be the start. I got on one day, and I felt like playing something new. I was like, I just want to play something that could be fun. I don't want to have to think too much about it. And Sonic Colors is just not it. It's not it. I was watching somebody online talk about it, and they said that it's like their attempt at Super Mario Galaxy, and if they're talking like other planets and like there's creatures and I don't know. It's not. I'm not really liking this one, but I'm gonna try and play through it. I still gotta do Sonic. Sonic. It's the one where you can create your own character. It's like Final Arms or something like that. That one's trash. That one's trash. Okay. I've been pushing through Vanguard, playing Gauntlet every now and then, but we're gonna go all the way down to Plants vs Zombies, the Vita version, because that is where we left off. Now here we are. Okay, so this game is great. I played the PS3 version and it had no platinum. So when they came out with the Vita version, I had to play it. This is the side scroller, like there's the rows and you got to plant the zombies and collect sun, right? So it's the original game, and I just liked the PS3 one so much. I was like, for sure, I'm gonna do this. I'm definitely gonna make this happen, and it was pretty challenging. The hardest one was some of those challenges were a little ridiculous. These mini games, some of those were a little stupid. Yeah, I don't know. It was probably the challenges that I was having a hard time with, because those were just ridiculous. But I really wanted to get that platinum because this is not good. I really wanted to get that platinum because I thought the platinum image was just beautiful, and sometimes I would just do that. Oh, man, that is not what I wanted to do. I don't know why I thought that looked good. Back then, I thought the coloring was just really nice, and yeah, there are a lot of instances where I've gotten a platinum just because I thought it looked good, which is crazy work, but it's all right. It's all right. Okay, so in the last video, I did say I was gonna skip all of the shovelware, and I already have skipped a ton of it, and I did make a video showing some of this gameplay. Uh, I don't even know what happened to that video. That it just like I don't know, technical malfunction or something. Sonic Forces, that was the name. Okay, hold on. Give me just a second. fault. I am back. That's funny. Okay. So, the shovelware. Um, let's just say that, because I don't want to go through that whole thing again. Let's just say that these. Alright, my fault. I am back. That's funny. I'm making sure this all works. Sounds right. It's goofy. I'm doing goofball stuff right now. Okay, anyway, thanks for bearing with me. Um, shovelware. So these games, Newtonian Inversion, the one below it, and Lady with a Gun are all made by the same people. And I'm pretty sure that this is a college project or something like that because it's so rudimentary. Like it's worth showing, but I just really don't want to. I'm just closing out of that. So, I mean, as you can see, it's pretty easy, and this is how all of them are for the most part. Sometimes there's like a little extra stuff. Violet Goody is also made by the same people. You play as this character here, which is the lady in a leotard. There's not much to this game, so I don't know. It's shovelware. Most people wouldn't even care. I probably even lost people talking about this. Here's another one. It's come on, chicken cross the road. It's like Frogger. You can't really hate on this game. It's a classic. That formation's just classic. But I digress. So the real meat and potatoes here. So Spyro 3, Spyro 2, and Spyro 1, which is somewhere. Yeah, right here. Um, it's great that they did the remaster. They got the original music. I'm pretty sure the composer even came back to do some updates. It's a great remake from everything that you appreciated and remember from the PS1. Um, the trophies, for the most part, are pretty basic. I mean, it is a platformer, especially 90s platformer, if not early 2000s. Um, you're not going to miss anything. Like, the things that you will miss are just like the gems, but you'll probably get all those anyway because you gotta, like, it tells you where to go, right? So, I don't know. There's chapter select. Like it's real simple. If there's stuff you can't find, there's always a guide. The first one's super easy, and it gets a bit more complex as you move to the sequel and the threequel. But nonetheless, it's still fairly easy. Ratchet and Clank, I just haven't done those. When I can stream PS3, I'm gonna stream a ton of PS3 games. The trilogy and Deadlocked are among titles that I want to stream on the PS3 because retro's back. What? Like that generation, everyone's on again. Like rest in peace, to my Xbox homies that they don't have the network anymore, and ups to the Sony lords, please keep the PS3 network active because that's one of the greatest consoles ever. Like I don't, it's one of the greatest consoles ever. Sound Shapes, I want to say I talked about before, but it's a sound game platformer, and you have to pay attention to the sounds of the music and the shit that's going on the screen. But it's an easy platinum, easy DLC run. You can stack it. What I'm seeing now is more than just three. You can do PS3, PS Vita, PS4, America, Australia, Europe, and Japan. So it's like you could really go crazy on this, but I don't really do a lot of games like that. I don't region stack unless it's just somehow I get my hands on it. Most of the time that never happens because it requires having a friend that'll give you their account, and I don't really do that. So, yeah, I don't know how I'd be able to get that. But I got the PS3, PS4, and PS Vita because when you buy one, you get them all, which is crazy. So, a lot of opportunities there. Red Dead 2, if you know, you know. Sonic Forces, I already talked about it. More or less, this game's buns. Worst Sonic games I've ever played, for sure. Last of Us Part 2 I'm going to skip over because I haven't played any of it, as you can see with that whopping 5%. It's crazy. Okay. I didn't even realize it didn't even show that. So yeah, the whopping 5%. Okay, so Bioshock. This, I mean, would you kindly listen to me just about this game real quick? We know this game was a masterpiece. It was great. The platinum in of itself really wasn't hard. It was just essentially a lot of collectibles and a lot of exploration on the side, but it was pretty easy. And I will admit, I did do the glitch where you play on easy and then swap it at the very end to get the hardest difficulty. Hate me if you must. And I have not done the challenge rooms. When you don't play for a while, your skills trash. And it's been a while, so those challenges are going to be tough. My Name is Mail deserves its own video. Jetpack Joyride, we probably all know this old game. It's just just play. I think it's a lot of fun. If I can get the PS3 version again, I'll 100% that game. I think that game's cool. Bioshock Infinite. That's one of my favorite Bioshock games. I thought that the setting was more compelling. I thought the story was more compelling. The AI, I forgot her name. She was great. Uh, people had talked about that AI system a lot after launch because it wasn't annoying. There's always like funny stuff about it, but it was one of the better ones for sure. Uh, and as far as like the trophies on here, there's some DLC which I think is also challenge based, if I'm not mistaken. But beat the game, and then the miscellaneous, I'm pretty sure is things related to certain weapons or collectibles or like pick 30 blocks, right? Like so. Yeah, this is a. Oh yeah, Burial at Sea. I don't know why I haven't finished that. It's unfortunate. I was really excited about it. Never finished it. Hmm. Well, add it to the list of PS3 games to stream. Okay, so where are we? So, Little Adventure on the Prairie. This game is terrible, terrible, terrible for real. Like, it's bad. I was looking through on Vita, and I just wanted to play some games on the Vita just because, like, yeah, there's a handful of games on the Vita, but there's a lot of, like, indie games and, like, you know, a lot of Japanese games that are like anime and stuff, and I'm just not really into that. So I figured, all right, this one was probably like $1, so I got it and ended up, realizing that there's a PS4 one as well. So it wasn't at all. I don't even know what I thought it was gonna be, but it was not good. Spider-Man Miles Morales. Okay, so I've probably said this in another video, but these games are good, right? They're really good games. I just think that I don't know. The hype was crazy, This wasn't game breaking, game changing, revolutionary, evolutionary, anything that would it was a very well done game. All three of them. It's a shame we're not going to get Venom, but whatever. It's I guess they just don't want a few $1 million, but I mean this is easy. It's just like the other two. You beat the game, and there's probably going to be some collectibles, and that's it, and you're done. So I don't know. I'm about to play Spider-Man 2 again to get the ultimate difficulty finished. Um, it's it'll be alright. It'll be alright. I'm gonna end up streaming that. Okay, so Assassin's Creed Rogue. Can't really say anything about it, as you can tell. 2%. Maneater, 7%. which I think there's an auto pop on PS5, which it would be awesome. Battlefront 2, 5%. Modern Warfare 2 campaign remastered. We're going to skip this for now until we get to the bottom of the list when we end up talking about the original, because it's essentially the same exact game except no multiplayer. So, like, there's, they take out a bunch of stuff. And I had to get it. It's Modern Warfare 2. Are you serious? Like, come on. Okay, so Journey, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I just never even played that game really. Same for Days Gone. Now let me talk about Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. So I don't know what OR means, unless that means original release. But this came out and was out for a little while, right? And it maybe there's interesting. Yeah, how do people keep getting 100% on this? I don't. I might have to come back to that because there could be something. Yeah, 4 years ago, there ain't nobody. Nobody's getting this, right? 2022. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, this is shut down. Okay, so they released it and then shut it down and then came out with the official version, right? Official. So I wasn't able to get it because they shut it down. And yeah, there I am. So whack. Days Gone, I can't say anything about. I got that game because one of my homies was like, "Yo, you need to play this game. It's one of the craziest things." And I tried it, and I don't know. I'll play it again. I'll play it again. Okay, I'll give it a go. I do. I mean, it's backlog time, right? Like we're trying to get the backlog done. So yeah, this is when I was trying to find Vita games. Waroom was one of those. It's weird. It's honestly worth me showing a video of the game because it's crazy. And what's even more wild is there's not a guide for it. Huh, interesting. I wonder if I can be the guy to make the guide. How do you do that on PSN profiles? Like, create a trophy or gameplay guide. Oh, word. Word. Hey, I might do that. I might do that, honestly. I gotta see how to get all the trophies again, but yeah. Yeah, so it's an interesting game. It's really abstract. It's just you're just messing around with this image on the screen and it's just doing wonky stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Sly 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so this is the Vita version, which 2020 platinum, so the other one would have been 2014 ish, which would be lower on the list. So I don't think that we've talked about it. But I mean, this game's been out since 2002. Like, you should know about it already. If you don't, you need to know about it. It was a platformer and it was the best, one of the PlayStation heroes between Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter, and then Sly Cooper and the gang. The ultimately, I feel like I'll just go ahead and open up Sly 3's trophy list because they're all the same. There is a classics version that has a different trophy list. I don't know what the differences are, and I haven't played it yet, but I will play it. So you beat the game, and there's collectibles and a couple miscellaneous things you got to do, but it's super easy. So let's talk Sly the story. In short, you are from a lineage of thieves and they have a lot of gold somewhere. There's a bunch of nuance with characters and past and suggested past and reunions and forgiveness, and ultimately you go through all this. You go through 3 games and you get to the end of it and you destroy the Cooper vault. Isn't that the craziest thing? And then he fakes amnesia. Okay? Right. And as you can see, I'll highlight it right over there, the box. Sly Cooper, the darker one on the left side. That was Sly 4. So in Sly 3, he fakes amnesia, and he's with Carmelita, and then right before the camera goes to credits, he winks. So it's like, okay, Sly's doing some Sly stuff. So when's Sly 4 coming out? That's unfortunate. Delisting on August 27th. That was 5 years ago. Oh, this is PS3 then. So okay, that makes sense. I'm learning a lot, man. Just reading forums and stuff, seeing highlights and whatnot. Uh, so in 4, you get to go through time and play as the ancestors, and Sly's there, and crazy stuff's going on, and Sly gets stuck in time, and all this crazy stuff. At the end, anyway, there is you're on a blimp, and the blimp crashes in the river, and there's no remnants of Sly. Can't find him. They don't know where he is. They don't know what's going on. And that's where we are. That's where we've been. That's where we've been for so long. So long. Make Sly 5. Make Sly 5. Give it to someone. Sucker Punch comeback. Comeback for Sly 5. I know you guys like to push the envelope and go to other things, but you gave it to Sanzero Games, and they decided to make Sonic Boom. They decided to make Sonic Boom. And I couldn't even tell you if they're good or not, but I'm sure they're trash. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're not going to talk about Licky the Lucky Lizard, Sonic Adventure 2, classic. I just haven't beaten it. Fallen Order, I don't know if I'll ever actually play this game. I didn't find it appealing. I don't think it's interesting at all. Yeah. Tearaway Unfolded was one of those games, as well as Darksiders 2, that I was like, I'm going to get this game because, I didn't have a Vita when Tearaway came out, so when they dropped the version on PS4, I was excited. I was like, heck yeah, let's do this. But I just never played it, and it's a shame, and I probably should go play it. And I pray that there is no online stuff, because okay, we're looking good. Doesn't look like there's any online stuff. Yeah, I might go and do that. I don't know. Darksiders 2 is one of those games too. Like, I really love the Darksiders trilogy, and I really waited a long time for 3 and still waiting for 4. And I don't think it's ever going to come out, and I just never went back to go play Darksiders 2. I guess it's been long enough, 3. So, I don't know. I should go and do those, but I'm on different timing. I don't even want to talk about most of these games. Marvel Spider-Man I already talked about. Far Cry 5. Far Cry 5 just didn't, I don't know. It's one of those games that came out in a weird time in my life, and I just could not sit down and play it. And I don't know. I had a lot of serious stuff going on in my life at the time, and I could not sit down and play this game of all games. Like, Montana is crazy. Like, I was in the region that's that they're talking about here. It's crazy. So I don't know. I couldn't do it. Do I save God of War 3 or do I just talk about it twice? Because I'm gonna end up talking about it when I see it again. Because God of War 3 is cold. It's one of the best games, one of the firest games out there. Seriously, like what? It's one of the most beautiful games. It was the end of an amazing trilogy, and then we got what we got. It's no shade on Norse, okay? It's no shade on Norse, but I just cannot stand. I just wish they didn't do it. And I wish that they would have given us the extension as to how he got there. Like I wanted to see him settling down. I wanted to see the journey from Greece to Scandinavia, like how would he meet this lady? What was their relationship like? You're telling me there was no conflict at all? Even if I don't know, even if they gave us a DLC, that would have been great, but we didn't even get that. So, the word on the street is that we'll end up getting potentially that title. So the one that they're working on is allegedly in Egypt, which is fine. That'd be cool, but in there they came out with a comic series where he went to Egypt and ultimately he got kicked out. He ended up killing a boar, I think. So if we go to Egypt, if they tell that story, what's going to happen? Because if he only killed one monster, or no, I don't even want to call it a monster because, we don't even know what it was, but that's not going to be much of a story, and they're going to inflate it, and they're going to add a bunch of extra stuff potentially. So I don't know. We'll see. It's a whole thing because if they tell a story after this, you just gotta ask the question as to what they're gonna tell and why they're gonna tell it because it could just be wasting our money and our time. But I'm open. I'm open. We'll see what's going on. They got that remake coming out, and some people are saying it's gonna be just ground up, same thing, remake. Some people are saying it's gonna be literally remade, and it's gonna turn into like the Norse version, but the Greece world. So it's gonna be craziness. I mean, we'll see what's going on. We'll see what they're doing. It could be good. It could be awful. But again, everything's just speculative until we get the release, which they didn't even announce a release day. But they released that Sons of Sparta game. The PlayStation 3 turns 20 in November. There is a strong chance that that game comes out sooner than we think. Highly unlikely, and it could come out next year on the birthday. But what better way to celebrate such a classic console than releasing one of the trilogies that ended on it? I don't know. Question mark, question mark. Am I onto something, Chad? Let me know. Okay, so Telltale Games, Tales from the Borderlands, Batman's whatever. It's a Batman story. It's not anything groundbreaking. I didn't think it was. It was fun to play. Batman's always cool. Tales from the Borderlands, though, I think is honestly one of their best. That's my favorite because Borderlands is fun, but it's only but so fun. And I just wanted more of a narrative, and like I didn't want to have to go through all the Borderlands crap. So that was perfect. This was perfect. It was a great game for exactly that. Characters are great, and it put me on a James Blake. James Blake retrograde. Oh, mm-hmm. Like come on, it was classic for real. And it's you just beat it. There's nothing to it. You just beat it, and you have a good time while you do it. And maybe you talk about it. Maybe you stream it. Maybe you just have the experience, and just it sits in your heart like mine did. So boom, 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 boom. Call of Duty 4. I had been waiting for this platinum since 2008. There was an achievement list for this, and then when trophies came out, it never got a back patch. They never transferred the achievements into trophies. Why did PlayStation not do this? Why did Activision not push for this? Anyway, it came out, and I finally got the chance to platinum it. I had always wanted to platinum this game because it's Call of Duty 4. It's Call of Duty 4, okay? What else do I need to say? Another thing about it, I can complete the whole pack. Got a platinum on all the Call of Duty Modern Warfare games now. It's a wrap. I'm just so glad they did this. Another game that needs this kind of treatment is Assassin's Creed 1. I would love to get that platinum done. Again, there's an achievement list, but there's no platinum. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It's midnight over here. Hue, Uncharted, Battlefield, Abzu are all games that I started, just did not even want to continue with, especially Drake's Fortune, because that game does not play well now. It's actually kind of atrocious to play, but it's worth going back to get the platinum. It's easy. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was a game that I did not put in my console. Somebody else did, and now it's on my list, and I don't even think it's obtainable anymore. And that's the worst part. Let me double check. 10 out of 10 difficulty. You feel me? Like, however, the trophies compared to the previous game are way harder than you remember. The mission and online related trophies will be a huge pain. With that said, this is a straightforward game, no missable, just really hard ones. You can obtain the trophies in any order. Woo! Okay, so I already know the missions mode is going to be terrible because I have Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and I am just a few away from beating 360. And it's a shame because I just want to get it done, but it's so hard for real. Online mode for over 30 hours. Holy crap. Yeah, no, this is going to be whack. Mega good. Wow. That is crazy. You know, I thought I had that game, but I don't. If I can boost this, I do it. I do it for sure, but those missions are going to be atrocious for real. These are so difficult. The DLC is no longer available, so you must perform all the combos for all regular characters. Oh my gosh. I don't even know who DLC was on here. If there's a commercial. Okay, yeah, we don't need all that. Okay. I'm looking at the roster. Doctor Strange, Hawkeye, Ghost Rider, Nova, Iron Fist, Rocket Raccoon. They were not in the last game. I believe everybody else was. I don't think the Sentinels were. They might have been. Crazy. Forget that game. Same thing for Crash Bandicoot. Like, this game is crazy. I don't know. Maybe it's not even that difficult, but maybe I'm also just tripping. Let's see what the guide has to say. 7 out of 10, 18 hours. Yeah, okay, so it's probably annoying more so than it is difficult, is my guess. Bulletstorm is a game that I really, really enjoyed playing on the PS3 because I'm pretty sure there's a PS3 version. And then I had money to get this and just didn't. I just didn't. I got it and just didn't finish. I don't know. It's just stupid stuff. Okay, my name is Mayo. I'm sure I talk about it many times. I got it so many times. I'm going to continue to buy every version they release because I'm going to support that studio until they make a AAA title. I don't want to keep talking about it though. It's great. Buy it. Buy the trilogy. Buy the remaster. The Order 1886 is a game that they dropped the ball on. So everything was there. So I think that this game was good enough. It was like steampunk, what, Victorian era, some shit like that. It super easy. It's like a 10-hour game, I think, and the trophies are super easy as collectibles. Like, it's nothing. It's just an A to Z title, third person shooter, but it could have been so much more. Like, if they had made a sequel and given a bit more of a world to explore. Okay, this is what Ready at Dawn has done. So this is their first attempt at making a big game. Interesting. It worked. It was good. It was good. It just didn't have a lot going for it. So that's probably what, the investors are probably like, nah, pull the plug on that. We can't do a sequel. But they should have, man. They really should have. It would have been. This really would have been the next PlayStation title. Seriously, because they would have learned. They established the setting, characters, like they built the world. So now they can have fun. Whatever. It's okay. Good platinum. I recommend everybody play it. Yeah. Drawn to Death is one of those games that shut down before I got the chance to even get into it. So, whack. Uh, okay, so these two right here, classics, Twisted Metal Black, they coincide with one another. Twisted Metal Black and War of the Monsters, and I know I've talked about War of the Monsters because they came out with another version, another one on PS4 and then one on PS5. Um, but when you play Twisted Metal Black, if you have a save file, I think you have to beat Sweet Tooth Arcade Mode first. When you play a War of the Monsters, you have the chance to unlock the secret suit for Agamo, which is the mech suit, which is Sweet Tooth's special ability in Twisted Metal Black, where he transforms and turns into a robot and he shoots all those missiles and stuff and he laughs. It's crazy. It's one of the coolest things. I used to do that stuff all the time on the PS2. Jack and Ratchet are a great example to talk about. Yeah, I mean, this one is simple, you know? You just more or less beat the game. Do a couple things to find collectibles and get hidden characters, but it was easy. It's a great time. I love that game. Characters are great in there too. They don't really do it like that anymore. And the Twisted Metal after that was Biggity Buns. Sorry to everybody that made it. NFL 16, NFL 15. Somebody else played these games on my account. And you can't get these anymore. Although you can get one of these because there's no online, which is cool. I don't know which one it is, but that one I can still get. And it'd be cool to get a Madden Platinum, I guess. Maybe one day. Okay, so this right here. Insane. So I played some of this and I really did not like this game. I got all the online trophies except this one. Shut down notice. And what's crazy? I played this game 1 month after they shut it down. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. But some people are trying to revive the servers, and if that happens, that means that you might be able to get this game again or get this platinum again. So we'll see. I should probably end up doing everything else, but I just don't even care really. The game is trash. I already talked about Darksiders 2. 2K16 was also one of those things. Somebody else played on my account. So now I got it on here. It's trash, and he probably can't even beat it anymore. Are there no online trophies? No way. There's no way that this is unattainable. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. Trash. Ether 1, I don't like games like this, so that's why I don't have it. DMC, I played it. I was going to commit to it, and then I just never got back into the game. I already talked about Sly. Dragon Age Inquisition is apparently shutting down soon, which is unfortunate. It would be really nice to do this. I should hit up my homie. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see anything about it. No, I didn't look very deep. Okay, I don't even remember what loadout is. Let's talk Destiny. This game right here, I went to the midnight launch and everything for this game. I was so excited. This game's trash. I don't understand how it picked up. I don't like games where I have to like do that dungeon stuff and play the same dungeon over again. I think that's just so lame. I know Call of Duty's like you could just shoot on the same maps over and over again, but that's just more compelling to me. I didn't understand what the hell was going on in Destiny for most of it. It did come out in a weird time in my life, so my head wasn't like in the zone. So I don't know. It was a different time. In that time though, were a lot of bangers. Let's talk about them. God of War Ascension. While not an official banger, it's still a God of War game, and it was arguably one of the most beautiful because there was color in there. Everybody was still alive. There wasn't any dead gods yet, so everybody was still alive. There was a lot of greenery and stuff, but it suffered from prequelitis. Did we need that story? I'm not sure we did, because in hindsight, I don't feel anything. I don't feel compelled by anything in that game, which is unfortunate. And they had a multiplayer for it too. What the hell were you guys thinking? You put all your resources. It's okay. Another certified banger, which I was talking about earlier, Plants vs Zombies: Garden Warfare. We're in there. We're in there. We're playing it again, cause this is one of my favorite games for real. Like it's so good. Like it took me 3 weeks. I played the hell out of that game when it came out. The platinum's fun looking. Like it's so cool. This game's a lot of fun. I don't really like the sequel, and I haven't played the third one, but whatever. Injustice Gods Among Us. Do I even need to talk about it? It's crazy work. I wonder if it's even more ridiculous than some of the other games NetherRealm Studios has made. Oof! 10 out of 10. Crazy. Okay, so we got throws and win with interactables. Win a single online match. Fought correctly in King of the Hill. Win 100 complete online matches. One complete ranked. That's not terrible at all. Okay. Yeah, level 100 is gonna suck. Hmm. Reach level 10, unlock everything, reach level 100, that's gonna be whack. Okay, so practice on clash, transition. Yeah, that would actually be pretty simple. Sorry, I was reading through all this. Uh, it just sounds like the game glitches from time to time. This actually sounds pretty doable. Like, I might actually be able to get this platinum. And I might want to hit up my homie for real. Interesting. Okay. Okay, and then after that was Infamous First Light. So shortly, like just under on the bottom of the screen there is Infamous Second Son, so we can talk about these together. Infamous Second Son was the next generation of the Infamous franchise, starting with Second Son. And they're following the hero path, if I'm not mistaken, from the ending on Infamous 2. So there's a bunch of conduits now. Or a lot of people have the conduit gene. So there's a bunch of people with powers. And then there's somebody that's trying to like take down all those people with powers, and it's the whole thing. I didn't think that this Delson's character was really compelling. I didn't think that the story was really compelling either. And I thought that the elements that they chose were trash because they were essentially the same thing. Some were just more effective at other things than others, like flying, for example, or gliding or whatever. But it just. And then Concrete. Concrete was so incomplete. It was so incomplete and it was so OP. How you gonna give me Concrete in the city? How? That's crazy. And it was underwhelming. Like, it's the most powerful thing, the most useful thing you can get in that kind of environment. And you can't even use it. And you can only absorb it from the enemies that were in that faction. Like, whatever. It's alright. I digress. It's just... Either way, I really did enjoy the game. It was in Seattle. It was cool to see Seattle. And it was really awesome to just play Infamous again. And I really wish that, like, Sucker Punch, come on. Sly 5 now Infamous 3 or 4. Unless you count First Light as 4. Because First Light was also pretty fire. Honestly, way better than Second Son. Because Second Son had 4 elements. First Light had 1. And it's just better like that. Because then you can just focus up. You can go really crazy with that set. Not to say that you couldn't go crazy with Second Son, but you can go crazy if you master one set. So it's, I don't know, they goofed pretty hard, and I really hope that I can play another Infamous game again, or at least remaster 1 and 2. Like, if anything, I would just love to get those platinums again. But, here we are. We're going to go ahead and just come back to... There's a lot of incomplete titles here. So, I guess, because The Walking Dead's The Walking Dead. Like, do I really need to even say anything about it? You beat the game. It was a great game. It got Game of the Year. Like, we know the vibes. So, I don't know. Yeah, there's a couple games here that I can't even really talk about. My percentage is so low. We'll just come back to... We'll come back to Watch Dogs the next time we return. I try to keep these at roughly an hour because it makes it easier for edits and stuff later. But we'll come back and discuss more of this, and I'll try not to leave you guys hanging for as long as I did this last time, because I like doing these. I like talking about them. It'd be really cool if anybody wanted to join me to talk about these things. I'd really enjoy that. But until or if that happens, you guys take care of yourselves. And I'm also making a version of this that's going to have some more complexities to it that maybe people will enjoy. And if it's successful, I'll do more of it. But, yeah. So when we return, we're going to come back and talk about Watch Dogs. Thanks a lot for sticking around, everybody. Like, comment, do all the good things. Subscribe, please. And we'll see you around. Take care.